what is your opinion on flies for chest? I used to do a ton of them. I don't do them hardly at all anymore. I don't have any problem with them. I just didn't see that they worked. There's certainly no functional carryover in terms of strength, and even for just a cosmetic effect, I didn't really feel I got anything out of flies that I didn't get from barbell pressing, dumbbell pressing, dips. I will say this. If I was competing for bodybuilding or something, which I'm not, but if I was, I would probably do flies, but I would do them with a cable, not with dumbbells. I'd like the aspect of keeping continuous tension on there. It's hard to do that with dumbbells, but with a standing cable fly, you can. But certainly for a performance athlete or a strength athlete, that you don't need them. What's a good way to train in order to get your first dip? Good question. I would say one, focus on getting your body weight in a healthy place. So if you're overly fat, overweight, you might have to. One of the easiest ways to get your dips up is to bring your body weight down. I'm not telling you to go on an aggressive diet just to get dips in, but if you're if you're kind of new to strength training and you're overweight, your chances of getting a lot of dips are probably reduced. So, make sure your body weight is in check, and then just focus your primary barbell exercise that's going to carry over the most to dips is your bench pressing, but probably presses to a lesser extent. Get your bench and your press up as much as possible. And then I would say, start working on following those exercises up with high rep push-ups to build that. So you're getting the force production work from the bench and the overhead press, and you're getting the endurance factor and kind of the handling of your own body weight from doing the max rep push-ups. And then I would start to say work on elevating or doing the push-ups in a deficit. So that would be something like, elevating your feet maybe 4 to 6 inches off the ground, and then also elevating your hands 4 to 6 inches off the ground, okay, so that your body is kind of suspended over the floor. And then when you lower down, you're able to take your body down past your hands and get that deep stretch at the bottom end of the push-up that kind of mimics a dip. So a lot of guys, especially if you've got a big, thick torso, or especially if you have a big, fat gut, you can't really do good push-ups because your range of motion is not all that long, or your gut hits the floor, before you get a good full range of motion on your chest and shoulders. So I would say to do your push-ups in a deficit, and that means elevate your hands and your feet, not just your hands, because that makes it a little bit easier. Actually, elevate your hands and your feet, work on keeping a good stable body position, and then dropping yourself down further and getting a really deep range of motion. Build your reps up on that exercise, as well as building up your bench and your press. And then I would also say it's probably not a bad idea to start including some direct tricep work. Just pick an exercise or two, like a lying tricep extension, and start building up your work capacity on those, kind of in the 8 to 12 range, something on that. Build all those up, and then just periodically check your dips and see how many you can get. Really, once you can get the first one or two, you can build on that pretty easy. The hardest one is that first one. So that's my best advice there is work your bench, work your press, get your body weight under control, deficit push-ups, and direct tricep work. That would be my major recommendations.